Good morning students. Today we are going to learn regarding the sphygmomanometer. As you can see in my hand, this is the sphygmomanometer. This is also the sphygmomanometers. So the sphygmomanometers comes from the Greek word sphygmo, which means the pulse or the beating heart, and the manometer is a device which checks the pressure or the tension. So it is invented by the Carl Samuel Ritter von Bass in the 1881. So today we are going to see the parts of the sphygmomanometer. So as you can see, there is a black button. Okay, so this first you have to in, this is the open button. This is a type of the manual sphygmomanometer, also known as the mercury sphygmomanometer. So as you can see, there are different parts are there in this sphygmomanometer. So first you can see, this is known as the inflation bulb, this is known as the end valve, and this is the air release valve. Okay, then you can see this is the tubing and this is the cuff. Inside it there is a inflation bag which inflates when we pump up this bulb. Apart from that, you can see here, this whole part is made up of the metallic, so that it will be prevented from the corrosion. And here you can say this is the mercury reservoir. Here mercury is present because it is very sensitive for the change in the pressure. And then you can see there is a on and off button. If it is downwards, then it is off, and if it is upward, then it is on. This is whole, this is a calibrated glass tube. You can see this is made up of the glass, and calibration it is there. So the minimum is the 0 mm of the Hg and maximum is the 300 mm of the Hg. In the adult, the normal blood pressure is to 120 by 80 mm of Hg, so millimeter of the mercury. So this is regarding the mercury sphygmomanometer. You can see this is the digital sphygmomanometer. This part is known as the manometer. You can see there is a start and stop button and the set button is there. Here it is written SYS, which is the systolic blood pressure, highest blood pressure. This is DIA, diastolic blood pressure, lowest blood pressure, and this is the pulse rate per minute. Here you can say 3 markings are there, colorful. If the blood pressure is normal, then it will indicate the green mark. If it shows somewhere here, then it shows that the patient is at risk of the hypertension. If it is red, then the patient is of hypertension. So now we will see how to measure the blood pressure. So first we will use the digital sphygmomanometer to check the BP of the patient. So always check the blood pressure in the sitting as well as in the supine position. The cuff size should be according to the patient. So it is the adult cuff size. So you can see the tubing. Now place inside. Always remember its location. This is known as the antecubital fossa, and the cuff should be 2 cm above the antecubital fossa, and you have to palpate the brachial artery. Okay. After that, just push the start button and this machine will work automatically. Remember one thing, you cannot measure the blood pressure in one arm more than the 3 times. So as you can see, the systolic blood pressure is 114 and the diastolic is 69 and the pulse is 90. The difference between the systolic and the diastolic blood pressure is known as the pulse pressure, and here you can see in front of the green there is a black marking, so the patient blood pressure is normal. So always remember that the aneroid blood pressure measurement instrument is the best one. Okay, now we will measure from the mercury sphygmomanometer. As you can see, this is the mercury sphygmomanometer. Always check the instrument before doing or measuring the blood pressure of the patient. So just hold it like this and then close it. Here you can see the mercury is rising, so it shows that it is working. After that, release it, so it will come down. Okay. Now the placement should be 2 centimeter above the antecubital fossa. Make sure of one thing, that the patient clothing should not be there, because somewhere it will result in difference in the measurement. The tubing should be straight, falling freely. Always ask the patient whether it is tight or loose. It should be adequate, not too tight, not too much. After that, you have to lock it, the valve, and after that start inflating up to the 180 mm of the HG, because this is the highest. Okay. And after that, start it releasing and feel the brachial pulse. You can use the stethoscope also. So when it again starts, then it is systolic, and when it again stops, then it is the diastolic blood pressure. So always remember, when you are using this method, or you can say using the manual sphygmomanometer, always remember that you have to measure the diastolic as well as the systolic with the auscultation method. So you can use the stethoscope, and when you start inflating it, you will feel that at the 180 mm of Hg there will be no sound you will heard in the stethoscope. So when you start heard the sound for the first time, which is also known as the Korsakoff sounds, then it is the systolic blood pressure, and then you have to start releasing the bulb, and after that it will drop, and when it will stopped, then it is the diastolic blood pressure. So that is how you have to measure the systolic as well as the diastolic blood pressure of the patient. Thank you very much.